All right, I think we're recording. Are you there? Oh, I lost. You're back. I lost you for a second. I was like, and she's gone. All right, I'm so excited to chat with you about coaching. Like, this is like literally my favorite thing ever, is to like introduce people to the business, because fitness changed my life, or fitness like changed my body. We all know that these programs are awesome, but the business has truly changed my life, and I'm really excited to have you on this call tonight so we can kind of hear your story. I swear every time I go to your page, I'm like blown away, like literally blown away by your transformation. So for those of you that are hopping on the call, my name is Bree. We're going to talk a little bit about what we do, what a Beachbody coach is, kind of what we do, a little more about our team. We have Kirsten on the call, and she's a newer coach, I would say, in the business. She's been rocking her journey, and she's going to share a little bit about that and kind of what her journey has looked like with coaching. I've been in the business 5 years, so we kind of wanted to kind of give you a glimpse of what it is we do, what our team is all about. So welcome. So excited. If you guys do have questions at the end of this, I'm going to keep it pretty basic to just the basics of coaching. So when you're done with this call, make sure you're writing down your questions, and you can reach out to the person that invited you to watch this, and we can make sure to cover any questions before you get set up on the team. But I do want to just talk a little bit before we dive into my story and Kirsten's story, just the basics of what it is. I'm sure you guys have heard of P90X, Insanity, Shanti, Shailene Johnson, Autumn Calabrese by now. She was on, what was that show? Kourtney Kardashian's TV show? Khloe Kardashian, the revenge body. Yeah. So we've got celebrity trainers that are aligned, creating epic fitness programs. We are the #1 at-home fitness company. So you guys might see little fitness things here and there, YouTube videos, but we have got the network of at-home fitness covered. We are the #1 company in home fitness. So we're the creators of Shakeology. So if you've heard of, Shakeology and maybe an Instagram story or something, we are the creators of that. We have fitness apparel. We've got gear, we've got workout bands, we've got all of the fun stuff to go along with it. The apparel line is epic. It just came out this year. We have workout supplements that are vegan and regular. So we just literally touch on everything. So that is kind of what Beachbody is. It's an awesome company to align with if you're already into fitness, if you love the fitness realm and health world, or if you're looking to work on fitness and health goals and get into a business, this is for you. So you don't have to be at your health and fitness goals already. You don't have to be at your goal weight. But it's a great merge of what you want to achieve in your life and helping other people and creating a side biz. So moving into that, Beachbody is the whole picture. There's lots of companies, there's lots of brands and products, and it's kind of hard to pick like why coaching, why Beachbody. And honestly, we are aligned with fitness, nutrition, and support, which equals success long term. So we're not about quick fixes, we're not about diets, we're not about fads. This is a lifestyle. So we're not a quick fix business where you're not going to earn a ton of money really fast, but we've been around 20 years. Most network marketing companies are out the door in 2 years. They've exhausted their product resources. The cool thing with our company is we've expanded on, each year of what we're looking at as far as long-term health. So they're always coming up with new products to help people. They're always coming out with new fitness products. So we are always moving with the times, which is why this company's been around for so long, 20 years strong, and we're not going anywhere. So yeah, I'm going to dive into my story. So for those of you guys that are watching and you're like, who the heck are you? My name is Bree. I'm 29. I've got 3 little girls. A little bit on them, 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 1-year-old. I've had them all in the last 6 years. I'm just like, how am I a mom of 3? I just have no idea. But I've got an amazing boyfriend. We raise our kids and run this business together. He just left his job in January, so he's come home and helped me run this business, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But I want to take you back because I think so many people, it's easy to see where I'm at now and think that's great. You're home running this business. It's easy for you to say. So I want to kind of share a little bit of my backstory before Beachbody, even pre-kids. I grew up in a very religious, missionary style, Christian background. I was homeschooled. We traveled back and forth from Africa, mission work. And in my early teens, I rebelled a lot. I didn't like Christianity. I didn't like it being shoved down my throat. I was the rebel, like literally preacher's daughter, like that scenario, that movie scenario. Like I wanted nothing to do with it. I didn't like the home life. I didn't like being homeschooled. I didn't want anything to do with it. So when I was 18, I literally walked out one night, Friday night. I told my parents I was leaving and didn't turn around to say goodbye. I literally just left, and they didn't talk to me for a year. I fell into a spiral of anxiety, panic. I lived with friends that were still in high school at the time, people that I had met through my brother who was older. I literally spiraled. I started doing drugs and alcohol nightly to manage whatever was going on. I just was struggling. I didn't know who I was. I knew that I was just lost, but it just became really bad situation. I was in a bad relationship. I got into an abusive relationship and let this person just kind of use me. I didn't really know who I was. So how was I going to, have any self-worth? I just was like, okay, this is it. Did not go to college. So I moved with this guy when he went to college. So I moved in with him, and it just got worse. Like I was just stuck. I was trying to work. I was working retail, and it literally got to the point where he would take me to work. He made me get rid of my car. He would take me to work, pick me up, and then I was at home. And if I wanted to leave, then he was like, you're out. Like if you want to leave, if you want to walk out that door, you're out. So I literally stayed at home and drank with his friends. That was my life. So long story short, that finally came to an end. Thank God, friends and people got involved, and thank God it's over. But it left me really empty because that was kind of all I had known since moving out, was like this toxic relationship. And so not having gone to college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I was passionate about. People talk about, in your teen, early 20s, like, well, what do you want to do with your life? I'm like, I don't even know what I want for lunch. Like, I don't know. So I struggled. I was like at the lowest low. It was pretty much just like drugs, alcohol, party friends. I had no connections. I didn't talk to my family, so I didn't really have anyone. I always said that I had people to go party with, but I didn't have friends to get coffee with. Like, I was the party girl. I knew everybody at night, but then when it came to being really lonely, sitting in my house alone during the day, I had no one, and that sucked. So I was bartending. Fast forward again, met a guy that was bartending at the same place I was. He was like different, something about him, and I was like trying to pull myself out of this slump, and I was like, I'm not dating anybody. I'm like hardened to relationships. But somehow we started hanging out, kind of casually dating for a year and a half. We kind of both decided we weren't ready for marriage. We weren't like serious. So, hey, let's take a break. A week later, I found out I was pregnant. So I was like, oh, hey, maybe we should talk again. I told him I was going to keep the baby, and I panicked. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was living in a house at the time, paycheck to paycheck, barely paying rent of a bedroom in a house with 4 other people that were party people. But I knew I couldn't really raise a baby there, so I took the funds for my 2 jobs. I was working retail and bartending at night, and got a place on my own. I was terrified. I had so many walls up against this dude that I was like, that's great, I'm having this baby, and you say like you're supportive, but like I need to do my thing, and I pushed him away. Again, fast forward to having the baby, he finally weaseled his way in to move in with me, support me. I started to let my guards down, and I was like, when I have this baby, like things are just going to change. Like I just know mentally, like I'm going to be a mom, and I'm going to be empowered, and I'm going to feel so good, and I'm going to raise this kid, and like I'm going to get that mom gene. And that didn't happen. Like I was literally hit by a brick wall. I was like, pregnancy was hard. I struggled. I had eating disorders before getting pregnant. So y'all know, if you've had kids, like your body changes drastically. So I had her, and I literally didn't even want to hold her. I remember I was in so much pain after having her. I was like, I don't want to, I just couldn't even wrap my head around being a mom. We came home, Aaron went back to work, and I was like, cool. Now I'm like home with this baby that I'm supposed to like raise. I had nobody, no friends. Like I just fell into such bad depression. I didn't know it was postpartum depression at the time, but diagnosed at about 2-3 months postpartum with depression, and was on medications and just struggling, like major struggling. So as a lot of us do, I went to social media and I was like, I'm gonna go find a bunch of people that are motivating and inspiring and probably just gonna make me feel worse about myself. But I stumbled across this post of this girl who had posted literally a story of her transformation of being pregnant and like literally I felt like it was a letter to me talking about postpartum depression and how she had gotten out of it and had done this workout. And I was like, oh my God, like she's talking to me. I need this. And I like liked the post, but I didn't comment. And she like was in my inbox, like, girlfriend, hey. So she invited me to join this fitness thing and kind of told me like, get on this call, like much like you guys are all on, get on this call, listen. And so I listened about the opportunity. She shared her journey of not just working out, but like having this community. And I kept hearing this word community, friendship, support. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need that. Like I don't have anybody. People talk about having their college friends or their dorm roommates that are their best friends or their high school friends. And they still hang out with them. I'm like, I have no one. And Erin does not understand this postpartum, like sad little pathetic life that I'm living. I don't know how to explain it. So it took me about 3 months for her to consistently reach out, check on me, support me, for me to decide like, okay, I'm in. And the night I signed up, I remember vividly, I was nursing at the time. So I'm like, I had gone back to work, working retail management, trying to like tell 16-year-olds to care about their job, coming home, nursing the baby. She fell asleep, put her down in her crib. And I walked out of the room and we had like one of those janky little over the door mirrors that kind of bend and make your body probably look way worse. Like probably was not helping the situation. And I remember looking in the mirror and like my nursing bra and my volleyball shorts that were kind of riding up under my like belly gut from having a baby. And I just started ripping myself apart. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I cannot give that child what she needs and expect that that child is going to grow up with confidence and like feel good in her own skin and feel like she can do whatever she wants if I myself am standing here on a Tuesday night, like ripping myself apart, right? Like I had no grace for myself. So I knew something had to change. I Facebook messaged. I didn't even have an Instagram. Facebook messaged this girl, was like, I don't know what it's going to cost. I don't really know how I'm going to afford it. Like, but I need this. Like, I just need it. I crept her stuff. So I signed up and literally have not looked back since. I have been clean from drugs for 8 years. I have like completely transformed my life and I don't like, I owe it all to this company, to the team, the support. It's insane how much my life has turned around. And if you guys like see transformation pictures for me, like I weighed 97 pounds, like struggling in an eating disorder to having a healthy mindset, learning how to deal with my body dysmorphia that I was diagnosed with at 20. Like I just feel so good about this community and I want more people to learn about it. But since finding Beachbody, I have now had 2 more pregnancies. I've been a coach with my pregnancies. A lot of people think they need to like be fit or whatever, or, you know, have a certain body or, you know, start their fitness and health journey when they're not pregnant or when they've lost weight or whatever. But I've gone through this as a coach, just sharing my journey, just sharing what day-to-day looks like of just choosing the best version of myself. And this community's plugged me into that. I quit my job within about 8 months. I'm going to tell you now, income is not promised or guaranteed. It is a direct reflection of your efforts and work that you put into this. But I was able to hustle. I was working full time. I worked like mom cracks when I would put my daughter to bed. I would get up early. I would work this business on my breaks, and came home. I was able to fire my boss. I literally walked in one day and was like, hey, last shift is on Sunday. I don't really want to come back. Like, this is giving me anxiety. Like, I'm out. And it was the best feeling in the world that I was still supporting my family and able to walk away from that toxic retail, like, thing. So, now Aaron, like I said, has quit his job in January. He worked 60-hour, bar management. He worked in a hotel. So he's literally was never home. He worked crazy hours. He was always gone nights. The girls never got to say goodnight to him. It was FaceTime or going to daddy's work to say goodnight. And I hated that. So my hustle even grew more, and worked and was able to bring him home from his job back in January. So now we run this business together. I've brought our team and helped our team get to the top 0.01% of this company out of 500,000 coaches. I make a full-time income and we are still growing. So anyway, it's been a crazy ride, but 5 years in, I wouldn't change a thing and I would do it all over again. I just wish I had said yes the first time she invited me to a call. But anyway, that's my story. Kirsten wants to share her story. It's a little bit different and she's a newer coach. So I want you guys to kind of hear that, you know, we all start somewhere. And so Kirsten's going to kind of share how she got started and where she's headed with coaching. So I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, so I'm Kirsten. I'm 30. I have a son, Sebastian, and then my boyfriend has 3 kids, Daisy, Mac, and Jamie. Um, yeah, so I had Sebastian when I was super young, by myself, a single mom, worked in a bar like for so long, managed a bar, bartended. So when I was younger and had Sebastian, it was so easy for me to be in shape and like love health and fitness because I worked at night and like all day I did nothing because I was by myself with a baby. So we would just literally walk, exercise, like, all that kind of stuff. So it was easy when I was younger, new baby by myself. Um, then, so 3 years ago, I met my boyfriend, Mike, and he was like amazing. And I got so comfortable in my new relationship that, yeah, it was fun. Like we'd go out to eat and he made me feel good all the time. So I was never worried about like, yeah, let's go eat, let's go drink, let's do this. And then slowly and slowly, I'm like, oh my God, okay, I've gained 20 pounds, I've gained 30 pounds, I've gained 40 pounds. Like I just was so comfortable with him and he just made me feel so good all the time that I never realized I had like stopped like focusing on my health and fitness. I was just comfortable and like a big change in my life. And it was just, yeah, it was easy to not focus on myself and just be so excited in this new relationship. So yeah, I finally was like, I saw myself in a few pictures, our first Christmas together. And I was like, oh my God, what happened to me? Like, seriously, I like went from like in shape and healthy to like, I'm so like embarrassed, like how I look right now. I don't feel good. I am like sluggish. I'm tired all the time. Like I just put shitty foods in my body. I drink a lot. Like it was just fun to like be having fun all the time. So I watched a lot of like mom bloggers. And I watched this one girl, her name was Bree Ashley. And I remember watching her Instagram and she shared my coach Bree's Instagram and she showed her and was like, oh my gosh, because she was also trying to get in shape. She's like, this mom is so crazy busy and like rocking like fitness and like she does this like full time. Like this is her job. She helps people get in shape. She's amazing, like and crazy busy, like with kids, family, all kinds of stuff. But she's doing it. Like if she has time, I have time. Everybody has time. Go check out her page. So I stumbled across Bree's page and I'm like, oh my God, she seriously like never stops, but always has time like for herself, like to get herself healthy, fuel her body with like, like Shakeology, all the good stuff, the supplements, and then just like all of her meal prep that she shared, the like
I call it stupid nutrition. Like my shake is like, I don't have to think about it. I'm like, yeah. It's like the busy mom, like stupid nutrition. Like I'm healthy. Like it's just all in one. Like
it's so good. And I seriously like probably 2 or 3 times a week, like cook something that I see you meal prep, like because it's usually so easy and fast, but so good.
Cash for the win.
Yeah, like all the time. So I'm like, oh my God, like yeah, she's totally doing it, and she looks amazing. So I remember like reaching out to you. I think I filled out like I went to your filled out a link on your Instagram page. You reached out to me right away, sent me the information, and I'm like, yeah, awesome. And then I'm like, okay, not ready to sign up. Like I think I got the link from you like 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, okay, like it's the first couple times.
Months.
I didn't get it. I didn't think like I don't know what happened. And then like, yeah, I wait another month and then ask for it again. And I'm like, so finally I'm like, okay, I've asked for it enough times. Like I can't think of any more like excuses of why I haven't signed up. So just do it. Like sign up and do it. And I remember asking Mike, I'm like, I don't know, do you think I should? And he's like, do it. Like you watch her all the time. You want to be healthy. Just do it. Like do it for you. Just sign up. Like quit thinking of it. And then I did. And I was so shape started. Like, that workout was like, oh my God, what did I just do? But every day I would come home from work, 4:30 in the afternoon, like, I'm giving myself 30 minutes. Like, I'm going downstairs, I'm giving myself 30 minutes. I'll be back upstairs, and then I will have time for everyone else. So I know I started that. And once I started doing it, like 3 or 4 weeks went by, and I was making like noticeable changes. I mean, I had like quite a bit of change to make. So at the beginning, it was easy to like see results. And I'm like, oh my God, like, this is awesome. Then I just started feeling so good. Like, it was like the transformation at first, I just felt so much better, like mentally. I mean, physically, I was like less sluggish. I had way more energy to run around, like outside with the kids, like it was just, I felt so much better. So I was a customer for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months maybe before I decided to coach. And then I decided to start like working the business. And like, I saw like my coach Bree, like helping people, and it, like, I knew how much it changed me and how much it helped me. And I'm like, that, like, I feel so good. I want to like help others feel this good. And like, if they need a change, great. If they need to lose weight, awesome. If they just need to like be healthier in their like nutrition plan, like anything to make somebody feel better and like more, like, I was so much more confident, and it felt great. And I just wanted, yeah, like to help somebody else feel that way. Like, and I knew people that wanted a change like I did, that I have been able to help. And yeah, it feels like it's rewarding to help someone else and to like get a message like, oh my gosh, like my pants feel better, like I feel better, I'm more confident, like just any like little thing like that, like little change, or like just like, thank you, like this program's awesome, like it feels so good. And I know it's awesome. Like, I mean, I've lost 60 pounds. I know it's awesome. Like, I feel great. And I
like,
I
was saying that again for the person that missed it.
Yeah. So
since,
like,
wait, is that since January, right? I'm trying to remember. Yeah. 60 pounds since January.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, I wish I could like screen share and pull up your picture. Like I said at the beginning, like I'm just blown away. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh my God. Like,
oh, I feel so much better. And it just like feels good, like look better, you know, like I'm just confident, and I know it works. And I know, like, I love Beachbody so much now. Like at first I was like, man, a little leery, like, okay, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll try it, but if you put in the work, I mean, and I don't think I've done a workout longer than 30 minutes. The shakes are easy. The nutrition's easy. I mean, it's like so simplified, like you can't screw it up. I mean, like if you follow the program and use the products that like, and the tools that are given to you, it's so like easy, you know, it's so simplified, and I needed that. And I made huge progress.
Yeah.
And it's just, it feels good helping other people now. So yeah, that's why I started to coach, like just to give other people that same feeling, and like let them have their own transformation. And then, you know, it's just nice to help someone in that direction of their life.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm coaching.
I love it. I just, like I said, I'm blown away by your transformation. Like, just not everybody's willing to put in the work. And I think it does boil down to like putting in the effort and putting in the work and really wanting and ready for that change. And it is so easy. I'm glad you brought up like dating your boyfriend. Like, when you find someone that, you know, like I struggle with eating disorder and not eating, but like when you find someone that you're really comfortable with, like Erin and our relationship now, like I still have body dysmorphia of looking in the mirror and like feeling this pure utter guilt, but like Erin makes me feel so good. And like we would like drink wine and like, you know, just you kind of forget like, oh, like it's fine. They love my body. They love the extra squish. It's fine. Like you just get so comfortable, which is awesome. But also then that energy starts dropping, and that mental sluggish, drained, like just gets worse. And you kind of find yourself in this spot of like, oh, like when did I get here?
Yeah.
And so you're coaching now, and you're working full time, you have a kid. So I know that's a huge question as people are like, oh, I'm too busy. And it's like, we all start this with jobs. You know, I started this with a full-time job. You work full-time and have a son that's got, I'm sure, activities going on. I don't know how many days a week you're like running to football practice and games and like
every day.
Friend drop off
There's
and pick up and
like between all the kids, there's always something. There's always somebody that needs picked up, practice, football, volleyball, all the things. So work full time. I don't come home after work. I have to like run to football or pick someone up from school, and then by the time we get home. So that's why it's perfect now. I mean, now that I've gotten in a routine to do, like, give myself 20 extra minutes in the morning, you know, like it's all possible if you're willing to like give yourself
because now you've just dedicated your mornings. Like, you get up before work and do your workouts, and then you can work your business like while he's at football practice on your phone, or come home and get on calls like these, you know, once kids are settled for the night. And so it just shows like your dedication to the business. And I love that. So even being a new coach, you're like, like, this is something for my future. And like, as your son gets older, it's only going to get busier with things and stuff that he's going to want to attend and wanting to be in his life and be at his games and all that, with being able to turn this into, you know, yes, it's a side biz, but turning it into an income to take you guys on trips and, you know, experience things with him and give him all that stuff. So
and that's it's like easy to work that, like, to work the business from anywhere. Like, I have to go sit at football with him for an hour and a half, and it's like perfect time to just sit there, like take my phone or my computer with me in the car, and like I can sit there for an hour and a half and just strictly that, or, you know, so it's so easy to work it from anywhere, which is great.
I mean, I just went and sat at dance from 5:30 to 8 and like powered through some work, like emails, talking to people, getting to like share my journey, made a post, and like that's how we run our businesses. So I think a lot of people just don't realize that the time that they have, like, to actually fit this in. So I do want to say, like, I think that one of the best things I love is that we don't have to have home parties. Like, we just shout out no having a closing product and no having to like have home parties, because we all know like our weekends, like our precious days off, like I don't want to pack up a bunch of supplements that are sitting in my garage and try to peddle them to my friends. So no home parties. Like, we basically as coaches are proof that the products work, and then we inspire and motivate while we're inviting people to do it with us. We're the cheerleader. We don't have to be the fitness expert. We don't have to be the coach that's the nutrition expert or trained in anything. We're the cheerleader that just shows that it's possible, right? And we introduce people to these programs and these plans that are created by trainers, by nutrition experts that have been tested and proven time and time again to change people's lives. So you don't have to be the expert. You don't have to be at your goal weight. I always think that it's way more inspiring to see a girl on her journey than the person that's already gotten through the shit and like, oh, it's easy. Like, I'm 5 years in and it's a lifestyle. It's a journey. I have my days where I fall off track and I have some drinks and I have the pizza and I'm like, oh God, that workout sucked. I was sluggish and tired and like, oh God, like somebody help me. Like, it's not easy for me. And I think like seeing that is way more motivating to somebody that's just starting their journey. And so if you're thinking, oh, I'm not at my goal yet, just know that a coach is fantastic when they have a journey to share. So people can see that transformation of, gosh, I remember when you started and you like couldn't even do that move. And now you're doing it and we're doing it together. So you definitely don't have to be an expert in any nutrition or fitness fields. What you do need is the passion to help others. Like Kirsten said, like she was like, I know how good I feel. And I have friends and people around me that I know could so benefit from feeling this way, that I know are tired, that I know are sluggish, that I know could benefit from losing weight or, you know, getting their nutrition under control. And I know that I could be the cheerleader because I've kind of walked through it and I know how good I feel. So you just have to have that passion to help others, be willing to pour into your own self, into your own journey. And you can build this business in the side from 30, 60 minutes. A lot of people put more in, a lot of people put less in, but remember, what you put into it is what you get out of it. I think that's it. So Beachbody is just so reputable. Like I said at the beginning of the call, 20 years in. So as coaches, we're the cheerleader. We use the products, we share it on social media and invite others to join us. As a coach, so kind of wrapping up the details, you get a website, You have customer maintenance and support. So anytime you have someone that's ready to rock, they go through your website. You don't have to mess with like having a bunch of products that you're shipping them. You're not sending them samples. You're not like dealing on the side out of your car at soccer. Like they have customer support. You're the cheerleader that helps support them in a group on Facebook, or we have an app. A lot of people grow the business for a side income to help with bills, help pay credit card debt. And some are in it for the community and the 25% discount, which is fab. Somebody that wanted to use the products anyway, I was all about getting a discount. So I'm like 25%, sign me up. I need to save money. I can barely afford this as it is, but I was spending money on Starbucks and Subway and eating out at Panera with my daughter. So I'm like, if I can figure out a way to budget these supplements into mine and then also be able to earn money to start paying for them and then turn that into a business. So you get 25% off of your products that you want to use in your journey. You get 25% commission, which is crazy unheard of. If you go talk to other network marketers, like other companies, it's a high percentage of what you get. So 25% of all sales of our clothing, the products, the workouts, all of it. And then you also earn, I know people are like, how else do you earn? By growing a team of inviting other people to do this business with you, and really that aren't just looking for fitness, but also looking for something that could enrich their lives from the business aspect. So like I said, the fitness has changed my body. I love the workouts, but the business has changed my life in so many ways. Just the fact that Aaron and I can make coffee at 3 p.m. and go pick our kids up from school, both together, like just because we can, is a freaking amazing feeling. Like just on a Tuesday, we went and took a bike ride at noon. Like, what is this life? Like, pinch me. So as far as starting out, again, no home parties. So nothing crazy. You're doing it all social media, and we have coach training. We have a team page. You get one-on-one mentorship with Kirsten and myself, and we help you kind of like walk through what that's going to look like. So you're not just like signing up and then run your business. We have trainings and tools to help you with that. Your cost is just the products that you want to get set up with. So if you're getting off this call and you're like, I've waited on the sidelines, like I just need to take that plunge, you can reach out to the coach that invited you, and they will help pick kind of like based on your goals, what they think would be the greatest startup point for you, whether it be fitness that you want to focus on or nutrition or both, what your pain points, struggle points are. We can help you. So your only cost to sign up is the products that you want to use to get started. And then there's a $15 service fee a month. Again, you get your discount, but $15 a month to help with the website maintenance. You get a website, you get your Shakeology website, you get your customer website, and your business website where they track all your customers. They let you know when somebody orders something. They let you know when you have a new coach on your team. They let you know about news and training. So $15 a month to maintain all your websites, be the customer care team and your coach tech team. But yeah, if you have questions, if you're getting off this and you're like, I wrote a couple notes, or if you get off and you're like, I forgot to ask, reach out to the coach that invited you, and we will kind of walk you through it and get you set up and going. Because honestly, like I said, my only regret was just not doing it when my coach was like, girl, you'd be amazing. And I was like, I'm a depressed mom on drugs, like antidepressants. Like, I don't think I'm going to encourage anybody. She's like, you totally would. And I'm like, okay. But anything, okay, I want to know, last question before we close the call. If somebody's on this call on the fence, maybe fearful a little bit or like unsure, because we all have that moment. I think our brains are trained to like shut down excitement and turn it into fear of like, run, like this is scary. You don't know what's happening. Like it's something new. You've never done it before. Like, what would you say to that person that's like on the fence of, should I do this? I don't know. I'm scared. What would you tell them?
For sure do it. But only like I've been there. I was totally scared. I'm like, there's like the same thing. Like I'm not going to help anyone. But then, yeah, it's like the more you share your story and like prove that it works and like, yeah, it seriously does work. And I'm such a believer. I mean, yeah, just do it. Just do it.
I love it.
So good.
And you have nothing to lose. Like I honestly tell people, I'm like, you're signing up to work on fitness and health goals. Like you're paying for your products and your workouts and you're getting started. And honestly, like I tell people, like, what is the worst case scenario? And I try to paint this picture of worst case scenario, You do a couple workouts, you drink a nutrition shake that's going to make you feel freaking bomb and like work on your health. You're going to gain a sense of community and girlfriends that want to cheer you on, like badass babes who are also in it and want to be in it with you. So you're energizing your life, you're bettering your life, you're taking steps forward in the goals you have. So you literally can't lose. Like the worst case scenario, you're still coming out ahead. Like,
and
even
like
if the business isn't for you.
The other girls that like are in this community, and everyone says it, and at first I'm like, meh, like I'm not like the most like girly girl, like have a bunch of girlfriends, like just not really me.
Yeah.
But the girls in this are like so helpful. I've never seen any like negativity. It's so like encouraging, and like here's what like here's another example, or here's an idea, try this. Like, I mean, everybody's so helpful and just positive. Like everybody wants to see everybody succeed, which is so unheard of in a lot of other like businesses or just aspects of the world today. So to be like, with a bunch of other women who actually cheer on other women, it's so
like it's not dog eat dog. Like it's not at the top. We do it all together. It's not I'm gonna win the more money. I'm gonna be the top coach. Like we all, you know, as coaches, we all succeed when other people succeed. So it's crazy. Like I've never had girlfriends. Like never. And we all are like, oh hey, like you and I was sitting like, hey, we all are like, we should get drinks. So, all right, well, let's wrap up this call, but oops, I missed that last part you cut out.
No, I said it's just nice to see like a bunch of other women like so passionate about like helping other women. Like it really is. So it's good. I
love it. All right, if you are watching this and you're ready to dive in or you have questions, make sure to reach out to the person that sent you this call. We are recording it, so if you think of someone that you're like, oh my gosh, Jennifer, you need to see this, like we will post a recording to YouTube. But thank you guys for getting on, listening, and reach out to the coach that invited you if you're ready to just kind of take the plunge and you want like something more to level up in your life. And we'd be happy to chat and get you set up and going. So have a good night, everybody. I'm so glad that you joined us, and I can't wait to see you all on the team.